Today on Refined, it's the Bachelor bombshell of the season.
And because of that, I am a virgin.
Really?
Our roundtable breaks down an episode loaded with shocking confessions and brutal breakups. Then a concert venue that truly rocks.
It's just a fun environment.
Very impressed.
Find out why this hot spot is the best place to soak up music and raise this summer. And
that's a great looking butt right there.
That is a nice looking butt.
it's the perfect summer Sammy. Our kitchen bestie whips up some pulled pork Southern style. Seattle Refined starts now. Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm Gard Swanson, and welcome to Seattle Refined. A 26-year-old virgin, a massive meltdown, and a breakdown in the bushes. What do all those things have in common? They are the topics of this week's Refined Bachelorette Roundtable. Here is everything you need to know before tonight's episode.
So we pick things up in the Bahamas, and Chris Harrison drops a bombshell right out of the gate. There's going to be no rose ceremony this week. It's 3 one-on-ones and then a 3-on-1 to close the week in the Bahamas. We start off with Becca and Colton going on a one-on-one date. My sense with these two is that Becca would really like to have sex with Colton, but their personalities don't exactly make the sparks fly.
You're so handsome.
You're beautiful.
But the whole date when they're on the boat, the whole thing about the sexual innuendos, we get it. Conch shell, conch shell. My conch is out, ready for action.
I'm just hoping Colton dives deep for that conch.
Now looking back on it, they were just setting it up for basically the big part of the date, which was the dinner where Colton kind of reveals the big bombshell, the big conch shell of the evening.
And I haven't had that many girlfriends or that many dates because of sports. And because of that, I am a virgin.
Really?
It's hard to look like that in life, I feel like. You have to pretty actively dodge sex.
I like the visual of him dodging people trying to have sex with him. I like that visual. Like he had to duck and then roll. He is athletic enough to pull that off.
His excuse for why he's a virgin, because sports, is awful. It's not a valid excuse. And I love the super cut to Becca getting up from the table.
Can you excuse me for 1 second?
There's no way that reaction of her getting up and staring pensively into the ocean then led to her coming back and being like, I really appreciate your honesty. That's totally fine.
Colton, will you accept this rose?
Without a doubt.
The second one-on-one date is Garrett, who is a huge frontrunner that we all know. I mean, we think that he is definitely going to be in the top 3.
I will say the one thing on this date with Garrett that kind of surprised me is I saw less chemistry going both ways.
I just want to thank you for such an amazing day. It was just all around the perfect day.
I don't feel the same amount of sparks necessarily that I do with her and Blake. But I think they seem nice together.
I think the one thing about Garrett's date that stood out to everybody is the fact that it was starting kind of this side of Blake that we haven't seen before, which is, Blake questioning, if he's asking Garrett on, she's asking Garrett on a date, does that mean she doesn't want to be with me? And I'm like, dude, you're on The Bachelorette. You know how this works, right?
She knows what I'm going through right now. She knows I must be freaking out. She has to know.
Yeah, Blake, it's not just you. It's not like she's dating you and then hanging out with these just for fun.
In defense of Blake, I will say this. He got the first one-on-one date of the season. Since that one-on-one date where he clearly had some sort of connection with Becca, super minimal interactions, and he keeps staying around, and they say they're gonna get time, but at a certain point, he's just in his own head now. Having said that, he still sounded like a complete maniac.
I find myself being way open with you more than I have with anybody. I want to continue to show you that I'm able to communicate with you and I'm able to have those difficult conversations with you because sometimes they're skipped over and it can be detrimental to a relationship.
I think Blake just came across as desperate, and I think if you watch the show enough, the desperate guy always goes home.
Well, one thing you can tell that Blake is a great kisser. He's like the first one to say, you know, Becca, I am in love with you, and she gets emotional. She's the happiest girl in the world, and they just start making out in the hallway, and I was like, yeah, girl, get it. That was some good making out.
It's so good to see.
I've always thought that Garrett was going to win and Blake was going to be the runner-up. This was the date. I think, based on this date, Blake's going to win. Garrett's runner-up now.
So then we have kind of the 3-on-1 group date that we've been waiting for. That's Jason, Wills, and Leo. And definitely things get awkward with Leo out of the gate.
I feel like some guys have had more time to, I don't know, like they've had more time with you. That would lead them to maybe, you know, want to get down on a knee right now. And for me, it would take more time to get there.
Kind of the weirdest goodbye that we've seen in Bachelor history, as in there wasn't a goodbye.
Like literally, I think the producers told Leo, they're like, all right, man, now just go wander around kind of like sort of in the water and kind of kick your feet around. And then Becca and the 2 other guys are going to drive past you on the boat. That's your swan song here.
And now it's between Jason and Wills, and she has strong feelings for both of them. And Wills is really, really invested and really wants a hometown date, and that doesn't go well either.
I wanted to be there with you. I wanted to feel the exact same things that you were feeling, and it just wasn't there. It wasn't quite there.
What I wasn't ready to have happen to my heart was the little bit of breakage when Wills left. That was sad.
I'm absolutely wrecked right now. The hardest part was her saying, I know you will find your person.
Maybe Becca was just turned off by the fact that Will speaks only in monotone, in one tone like this, and he never raises his voice at all about anything, even when he's crying.
I honestly think tonight, I personally think Colton's gonna be going home after the hometown dates, and it's gonna be between Blake, Garrett, and Jason. I mean, Jason is really kind of becoming a front runner.
If Becca wanted to end up with somebody who was gonna be like a super normal, great long-term relationship, he's probably the guy. That doesn't mean that's who she's gonna pick, but I think he seems like a stand-up dude.
So tonight is hometown dates. They're headed to 4 different hometowns, and we'll see who sticks around for the fantasy suites.
Don't miss tonight's hometown date edition of The Bachelorette. It all starts at 8 o'clock right here on Como 4. As Becca gets closer to her final 2, it's not too early to start thinking about our other guilty pleasure, Bachelor in Paradise. The annual celebration of hookups and heartbreak launches August 7th here on Como 4. That's just 3 weeks away. ABC has released a partial cast list, and it includes some of our favorites from past Bachelor seasons and some of our not-so-favorites. But we know we'll be watching. Seattle Refined is just getting started. It's the perfect spot for an outdoor concert.
Very impressed. It's a lot of fun.
Find out why there's not a bad seat in the house at this Snohomish County gem. And goats doing tricks? You goat to be kidding. We'll explain what it's all about when we come back. Welcome back to the show. I'm Gard Swanson. Summer concert season is here and sizzling with a bunch of big-name acts heading into town. Starting with the legendary Sheryl Crow. The Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter will soak up the sun with fans this Saturday and Sunday at Chateau Saint Michel Winery in Woodinville. Both shows are officially sold out, but you can still find tickets online. I wish I was going. It's a refined rewind of the 80s kind at Seattle's Showbox Theater this Friday when the English Beat perform. The UK ska sensations, known for its hits like Mirror in the Bathroom and Save It for Later, are still going strong after all these years. At last check, tickets are still available. Also Friday, one of the summer's biggest street parties gets underway. The annual Capitol Hill Block Party just gets bigger and better every year. The iconic music festival will take over the Pike Pine corridor for 3 fun-filled days. For ticket and lineup information, log on to our website. If you don't know already, one of the best places to catch a concert year-round is at our sponsor, Tulalip Resort Casino. The Tulalip Resort Casino is one of the region's premier entertainment venues. When the sun is shining and the temperatures are rising, that means it's time for an annual tradition, the Tulalip Summer Concert Series.
We like to think that we try to give every opportunity for our guests to come in to enjoy all different types of music. And so we try to do that with every season to give a little bit of country, contemporary art, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. We really try to bring the best of the best to Tulalip Amphitheater.
This year's lineup features Clint Black and Sarah Evans, the Isley Brothers and Pointer Sisters, Styx, and Dwight Yoakam, all playing outdoors at the state-of-the-art Tulalip Amphitheater.
You know, and every summer when we put out our list of musicians coming, our fans are so excited to come here to this venue.
One of our guests said that every seat is the best seat in the house. There is no bad seat.
What can you expect when you see a concert at Tulalip? We joined a group of friends for some classic rock. Creedence Clearwater Revisited and Blue Oyster Cult.
This is my first time and I love it. It's very different than I expected it to be. It's a lot more intimate, but it's also pretty roomy and it's super casual and it's just a fun environment.
Very impressed. It's a lot of fun, very casual, but very much looking forward to the show.
There's a great energy at the Tulalip Amphitheater. Friendly, inviting, and that energy extends from the audience to the artist. Even a couple of rock and roll Hall of Famers, CCR's Stu Cook and Doug Cosmo Clifford.
You know, there's the chemistry between the band and the audience, which can really take you places that you hadn't even considered.
We have 3 generations of fans now, and it's just great to see whole families that are there singing the words together and having great times.
While Doug and Stu get ready for the show, the crowd is treated to a traditional Tulalip welcome.
When our people come here, you know, to see a concert, the ability to share our culture, to share an honoring song is so important. It gives them another dimension of who Native American people are, who Tulalip people are, and we're so proud to share what we have with those out there.
The stage may be the center of the action, but there's more to explore at the amphitheater, like the spacious patio and incredible food and drink options.
The food was great. They had like awesome choices and stuff like that. Not too much, you know, kind of stuff you see at normal concerts.
I had the daily special meatball sub and just put it down. It was good.
Pro tip, when you see a concert here, don't miss the fry bread stand, where they're serving up a secret family recipe.
Loaded up with butter and cinnamon sugar and just to die for, melt in your mouth. Absolutely wonderful.
With their bellies full and beverages in hand, it's time to head to the seats. A perfect view of the action and plenty of room to dance the night away. As CCR hits the stage, it's clear this group will be back again soon to see a world-class show under the stars at Tulalip Amphitheater.
You can't go wrong seeing CCR and Blue Oyster Cult here, you know, so I would definitely come again.
To learn more about concerts or anything else going on at Tulalip Resort Casino, log on to our website. Coming up on Refined, free slices of pizza, a barbecue sandwich that will change your life, and the town where everything's coming up lavender. It's next. Here at Seattle Refined, we never get tired of hearing from you. Like us on Facebook, tweet us your story ideas, or shoot us an email telling us what you want to see on the show. You can find our inbox at hello@seattlerefined.com. Seattle Refined will be right back. Welcome back to Refined. I'm Guard Swanson. A sad sign of the times is having a tasty side effect. After nearly 40 years cooking up pies, Pagliacci's original U District location will close next week. The last day for the Ave location is July 26, but there's a silver lining. The store will give away 2 free slices to customers that come in for the Saucy Swan Song. But never fear, owners say the store may be going away, but the chain is still doing just fine, with 25 shops around the Sound. And another closing is sure to make seafood fans crabby. After more than 30 years of doing business in South Lake Union, Chandler's Crab House is closing. Chandler's is getting the pinch due to the redevelopment of the property. Chandler's last day is September 30th. Owners have no plans to relocate or reopen at this time. In better news, summer means barbecue season, and barbecue means pulled pork. And that happens to be one of the specialties of Refined's Kitchen Bestie. We headed up to Capitol Hill's Wandering Goose Cafe to visit with Heather Earnhardt. Well, Heather, that's a great looking butt right there.
That is a nice looking butt.
And what is that butt?
So this is actually a shoulder.
We're gonna cook this for how many hours?
It's about 6 hours.
6 hours, you can do it right in your oven.
Yep. So we have our spice mix. You just want to coat your meat. So we're gonna need to add some liquid. I usually have a can of tomatoes hanging out at home. I'm gonna add those. If you don't have those, you can add chicken stock. We're gonna cover it with foil. Putting it at 300 for about 6 hours. Okay, about 6 hours later.
Oh man, that really cooked down, didn't it?
You can see it's like pulling off.
Perfect.
From
Look
the,
at that.
Yep, look at that. Look at
that.
the pink. See? Oh my God, isn't that beautiful? And we're gonna do this vinegar sauce. It's real simple. It's just a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, a little bit of apple juice,
Yep.
half a cup of apple cider vinegar, and then some good old-fashioned ketchup. Big pinch of pepper, 2 big pinches of salt, and that's good to go. You're gonna have to put on some gloves first. So now we're gonna pull the meat off the bone from the pork. So you can see it cooked down to like not much. Mix it in.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so we've made the pork, we've made the sauce, and now we gotta make the slaw.
And now we're gonna do the slaw that goes on top. So you get 1 cabbage, about a pound. You wanna cut it into chunks. So we'll just pulse that a little. Just like that, we're gonna dump that in our bowl. This is, she took whole peeled tomatoes and she just crunched them up with her hand.
That's it.
So that's white vinegar, about 1/4 cup.
Oh,
okay,
man.
the sugar, and then there's some hot sauce right there.
Hot sauce coming up. Hot sauce coming up.
You ready to make a sandwich? So you do your pork on first, and the right amount of sauce, the right amount of slaw.
Can I go cheers
ready?
on the pork? Cheers. Oh yeah. Oh, so good. It's got a little pop to it.
It's a little kick from that spice.
Oh, it's good. Heather's latest cookbook, Big Food, Big Love, is in stores now, so go grab a copy. Foodies from across Western Washington are about to take a bite out of the Emerald City. The annual Bite of Seattle kicks off Friday and runs through the weekend at the Seattle Center, and this year promises to be as tasty as ever. This year's event features 60 restaurants, craft beer and cider tasting, live music, a free Bite movie night, celebrity chefs, cook-offs, and more. Admission is free. To learn more, check out our website. We'll be right back, but first, check out a refined, shareable moment of the day.
This is a reproduction doll of a vintage doll that I collect, but I haven't brought the vintage dolls with me. They are worth a lot of money at the moment.
Dolls, you can get absolutely any range of doll you like, whether it's high fashion, whether it's general fashion, whether it's fantasy. So there is, I think, a lot more aimed at adults.
Welcome back to Refined. The calendar says July 16th, but some people call today Christmas in July. That's because it's Amazon Prime Day. Prime Day is Amazon.com's annual 36-hour super sale for Prime members. Now, I don't want to go all uber consumer on you, but I do love a good bargain. And more than 1 million items are marked down. And it's going on right now. Mark your calendars if you love lavender. The Squim Lavender Festival kicks off Friday and runs all weekend. The fragrant purple flower is the main draw, but not the only star of the show. The festival also includes street fair, great food, and live music. We're told it's the largest lavender festival in the country. Who knew? And if you missed this weekend's big goat gathering, you're going to want to check out the gallery on our website. The 2018 Goat Olympics took over the Evergreen State Fairgrounds Saturday. And if goats doing tricks wasn't enough, proceeds from the event go to support New Moon Farm Goat Rescue and Sanctuary. All right, that's going to do it for today's show. I'm Garth Swanson. Thanks for joining us here on Seattle Refined. We'll see you next time.